Oh boy. New game time. New old game time. Mm-mm-mm. So it was a toss-up. Do I play the prettier VGA remake from 92 or this crusty old thing from 87? And I think the music really sold it for me when I was testing this out. So, I'm not the best at text parsers, so you'll have to work through the pain with me. I did play through the VGA remake before, but never played through this. So, we'll see what from the remake still applies here to the original. Alright, so it just loops. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Wait. Get rid of that. There we go. Okay, here we are. Okay. So I am playing with the numpad. So we get that beautiful diagonal walk, and just look at that strut. It's a bit weird though, because like I'm not touching it right now. They walk until you hit the button again. And just kind of stops mid-stride. Actually, when I was testing this out, I ended up walking out of the station, and it immediately ended the game. What do we got here? We have we got our file. Set it to fast. Now that affects. I know it affects the walk speed here. Now we're cruising. And yeah, I know some things from the original, like, oh, look at that. What's he doing? So I know, like, we've got this this table full of radios here, right? Oh, radio. Squelchy but noisy. Workable extender. Ah, you know what? That makes me sad. From the VGA remake, you got that boop 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 every time you get some points. Here the game doesn't care, and I think these are keys. On the far wall is a photograph of Chief Whipplestick. On another wall you see a keyboard. So that's what we're in front of now. Get key. You take the patrol car's keys from the keyboard. And actually we do have some quick save-ish option here. They make a lot of use of these F keys. So F5 will get us this. We're gonna Sierra game, right? So there's gonna be a whole lot of saving going on, and hopefully not too much restoring. There's a guy over here. Russ, the keeper of the evidence lockup, says, "Howdy, Sonny. Haven't seen anything with your name on it come in lately." Talk to Russ. I've got zip guns, shotguns, rockets, and dope. Smack and crack, knives and coke. A little of this and a lot of that. It's all locked up. That's a fact. Get coke. You don't need it. Okay. Yeah, I remember people were whining at me here in the station about going to a meeting. You know, it's funny, that picture, you can tell they're judges just by like a little vertical black line. A little salmon block with some black hair. These walls do a fine job of holding up the ceiling. How little can I type? Look wall. Look picture. Group photograph of the I'm going to say Lytton. Lytton Superior Court Justices hanging on the wall. What's on this table here? On the table is a basket marked in. This is where you submit your reports and memos. Next to the basket is a pad of blank memos. Look memo. On the table you see a stack of blank office memo. Get memo. You don't need to submit a memo at this time, but if you did, this would be a perfect place to do it. What's going on in here? Hey, lady. Shouldn't you be out on patrol? Laura asked. Talk, Laura. Narcotics Detective Laura Watts says, Sonny, you better not let Lieutenant Morgan or Sergeant Dooley catch you killing time in here. Sonny, are you going to be late for briefing again? Is there a timer in the background? Now, I know if I exit left, he'll be like, hey man, you missed your briefing. You're fired. Open door. What? There's nobody in here. Was it here? No. Here. Who is this guy? Can I just say talk? Officer Bonds, your public awaits you. What? Hello. Oh, is that just me? Sonny, you know you don't belong in this office without an invitation. Get to work. No. What? I'm trying. So I don't think you can just say open. I think you have to say open door. Please let this be it. Oh, there we go. Nobody's here. Did I miss my briefing? Oh no. Here you are for the 1300 briefing, and it's 13:15. Once again, you've spent too much time goofing off. Shit! Thanks for playing Police Quest. Next time, don't make this mistake again. Time to call the Sierra helpline. Jesus Christ. Okay. This is what's to come. This is what's to come, but this is what I signed up for. Let's see here. F7. No games to restore. What? Restore? I thought I had... Didn't I? Hold on. Bumps the speed down. I thought I saved. Did I not? Oh, I know what I did. I hit escape before instead of enter. There we go. So now I could... There we go. Okay, I'm no screwing around this time. Straight to it. Ah, there's something on the table here. Like a newspaper? Look, table. It's a newspaper. Get paper. You pick up this morning's edition of the Lytton Tribune. Dobin City, the city of Lytton, once a beautiful, peaceful, quiet city with few major crime problems, is now experiencing rapid growth and prosperity. But along with growth has come an alarming increase in the crime rate that is... I guess I gotta turn the page. President Hickel. Smugsville, USA. President Hickel was in Smugsville yesterday evening observing the annual migration. Gotta turn the page. Wait. Why would they put... Why would they change up what side it's on? Crime rate that is threatening the peace of Lytton. Police Sergeant John Dooley states that dangerous drugs are showing up on the streets and in our schools. The homicide rate and prostitution are at a level the city has never seen. The Tribune has learned from a reliable source that a big-time drug dealer with a street name of Death Angel may be responsible for the drug traffic. LPD Officer of the Year nominees. Lytton PD Chief Whipplestick has nominated Sonny Bonds and Joe Florine. What? Am I? Sonny Bonds and Joe Walters for LPD Officer of the Year award due to outstanding effort and commitment in crime prevention. The other guy looks cooler with his mustache. Guy on the left, that's me on the right. Oh, and it just loops. Okay. It's President Hickle, observing the annual migration of the red-bellied swamp codlers. The president, who has been a bird lover since childhood, rates the mating dance of the codler as being as spectacular as the golden-crowned scum-sucker. The president candidly admitted that he once skipped the Geneva Arms Convention to watch some old codlers mate. The president says a bill is presently before the Senate proclaiming National Codler Day. Escaped. Lytton City Jail reported the escape of a female prison inmate last night. Flustered Flora Paxton flew the coop by hiding beneath a pile of soiled prison laundry in a hand-pushed basket. Kingdom of Daventry, King's Quest reference, is now under siege by a renegade three-headed dragon. One unidentified gnome stated in the kingdom is in a state of emergency. Okay. Alright. How much you want to bet when I exit out of this, it'd be like, you've been reading the paper too long. Thanks for playing. Wait, how do I... Stop reading. There we go. Sonny Bonds, please find your place. Briefing is about to begin. Wait, save. There's going to be a million saves. I think the manual said we get up to 50. Okay. Sure wish I had some... I don't... Actually, you know what? I was going to say wish I had some music. I don't know, from 1987. Maybe at some point I'll find some kind of background music to play during games that don't have music. Dooley yells, Sonny, find your desk. Where's my desk? Is it... Oh, it must be here? This is your assigned position for briefings. Sergeant John Dooley briefs the 1300 shift, beginning with the latest hot sheet of stolen rides. Oh, maybe I need... Let me get my handy-dandy notebook here. Just in case I need to write some crap down. It might be one of those games. There we go. I'm set. Latest hot sheet of stolen rides. Welcome back, men, says Sergeant John Dooley. Hope you enjoyed the long weekend. Alright, now listen up, he barks. We're looking for a... Alright. A black 1983 Cadillac. LOP 1238. VIN CO3456218. Reported stolen last week. Try hard to find it so I can get that Malcolm Washington character off my back for a change. Dooley continues. Now hear this. Last night, 3 teenagers were arrested in 3 separate arrests, each for drunk driving. 2 of the 3 were in possession of cocaine, and all 3 attend Jefferson High School. That should tell you something, boys and girls. Well, that's it for today. Watch your butts, kids. We don't want old Chief Whipplestick whining about our industrial injury stats going up again. Sonny Bonds, your call number will be 8332. Just making a note. Oh, wow. Our score went up by 10, probably because... Oh, I had 2 arrests last night. It's a shame both of them wanted to go the hard way. What's this over here? What's that, a cubby? Look, cubby. The briefing room contains a single podium and 4 report writing tables. On the far wall are 8 pigeonholes. On the front wall there's a blackboard. Look, pigeonhole. You look in Steve's... You look in Steve's old pigeonhole. See a stack of subpoenas. Subpoena? How do you spell it again? Pina? Damn it. Oh, hold on. Subpoena. You look in Steve's pigeonhole. See, do I get it? Because that gave me a point. Is it was it Control F3? Wait, hold on. There's something that copies the Actually, hold on. Let me see. You get this. F3, just plain old F3 retypes the last line typed. Oh, for a hint book. Call the old ripoff line. Quit snooping around in other officers' pigeonholes. Well, who's Steve? Is that my partner? Find it. Yo, you check your pigeonhole and find a handwritten message. Sonny, how's about 1198? At Carol's Caffeine Castle later in the shift. Steve. You know, the manual has all sorts of stuff here, including what these codes are. So we can, oh wait, where is it? Let's go and scroll on through. It gives us 1198. It's a meeting. According to that. Why don't you just say meeting? Yeah, it gives like some stuff that's useful. That we'll have to use later on when we do some arresting. Okay. Since you no longer need the message, you discard it. Big points. Big saves. Alright, we're almost done with the game. It sure clears out quick around here. Okay, now we get radio, right? Pick up, yeah, we got that. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I don't mind making the score noise. There's old Russ, still not telling us anything. What's over here? Ooh, the locker room. Oh, there's someone taking a dump here. What is this? Hey, Professor Retro. I'm gonna need all the luck I can get. So bad at text parsers. Sure, this old racist game sure would be nice if the city fixed some of these vents in here. Smells like one big cattle yard after every shift change. This looks like a Captain Picard chair in the middle of the locker. Is that what that is? Or is that like a barber's chair? Oh, that's a bench. Doesn't look like one, really. Oh, man. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, man. God, I really wish there was any kind of noise in this game. It's like one of those where it's like music at the very beginning and then just nothing. Is it gonna be a game over if I open the door? I'm not trying to open the locker. Knock on door. I'm taking time out from any discussions right now, buddy boy. Talk to man. I'm not trying to talk to this lady. Look, install. You see uniform trousers crumpled on the floor around a pair of bare legs and conclude the stall is occupied. Grab legs. What's a legs? Okay. Yeah, I thought this was like... My brain wasn't working. I thought this was just like a leather chair with a tall back. So you can just observe people as they're changing their clothes in the locker room, I guess. Where is my locker? Okay. What do we got? Can I just type look? You store your personal gear in your locker, weapon in your gun belt. There's a speed loader of ammo on the shelf. Your briefcase rests on the bottom of the locker. Briefcase? I guess. I don't imagine I'd take that out on patrol, but whatever. Keys to your Corvette are hanging on a hook. Towel is neatly folded in the bottom of the locker. Your civilian clothes are hanging on a hanger. Old t-shirt and a pair of jeans. Okay. Get that gun. The policeman's tool belt. Don't leave home without it. Speed loader. You take a speed loader with 6 rounds of .357 Magnum hollow point silver jacketed bullets. For werewolves. Do I need the briefcase? Like, open briefcase. Well, get briefcase. Okay. Your briefcase contains many items you'll need in the field, really. Okay. Open briefcase. Ooh, what is this? Look. Briefcase contains your pen, a notebook, and your official LPD ticket book. Get ticket book. Take your pinch book from your briefcase. Get pen. Pen with a high school graduation gift. It's the worst gift. What the hell was this thing? Notebook. Get notebook. Close. Oh, come on. Close briefcase. I don't think I need the other stuff. Because I'm going out on patrol, right? Also weird that triggered a noise. I'm already missing that score noise. Boop, 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 boop. Or give me something. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think I remember someone playing this and they took a shower and they forgot to turn the shower off when they left and it was game over. Ken Williams. Okay. Yeah, Here we go. Come on, man. Give me some room before I mop a shine onto those big feet of yours. I don't know if we're ready to go. Maybe. Let me go ahead and just visit everyone before I take off. Now that they're not yelling at me about my briefing. Who are you, Whipplestick? Oh, Sonny, you know you don't belong in this office without an invitation. I guess. I guess. Can I use the computer? What if I just look? What's in here? This is LPD's computer room, complete with an outdated terminal just packed with valuable information. Use computer. Hoo-hoo. I don't know. They've got that license plate. Like, I don't know how to use this. What if I just type in the license plate number? LOP1238. What if I just, like, my own name? 15-year veteran. LPD. Okay. I'm gonna exit. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. What about the memo? I think I eventually get a promotion by using these, right? Memo. Get memo. What was the other stuff on the table? It's where you submit your reports and memos. Uh-huh. I don't know where I'm at. Whose office is this? What? Lieutenant Morgan's office. Lieutenant Morgan says, Sonny, I'm extremely busy right now. Besides, uniformed cops don't belong in narcotics division. Would you please hit the road? Write some tickets? Okay. Any old car will do? I guess. Wait, I bet there's something in the trunk. Ugh, open trunk. Open door, okay. Get in car. Oh god, closed door. Oh, oh god. Use key. Oh. Ooh. What? Okay. Inventory. Use patrol car keys. Come on. Just turn it on, please. Is it just like the wrong car? Can I just get out? What? Up. Whatever, man. Whatever. So I guess you don't even have to... I typed get out like to get out of the car, but it's... I thought I had to put the keys in the car. I'm now dead. We're gonna be hearing a lot of that. Let's see if I've got everything. I do have everything. Well, looks like 10% of the game is just farting around here at the beginning. If you go by the points. Oh, okay. We're learning. No. Open door. Get in car. Save game. There we go. What if I just say drive? Okay. So I am in the left block there in the parking lot. You skipped the required safety inspection of your vehicle prior to leaving the station yard. You're now disabled here with a flat tire. Okay. Safety inspection. Leave car. What's the tires? Come on, man. Look at car. Your marked patrol car features a powerful V8 engine choked down with the very latest in smog devices. Purchased from the lowest bidder. It's capable of attaining speeds of up to 87 or more miles per hour. Inspect vehicle. What? What's the tires? Safety check. This side, what? This side looks okay. This side looks okay. This side looks okay. This side what? Having performed the prescribed walk around, safety check your vehicle. You're now ready to hit the streets. Okay. Okay. Where is... So I was gonna meet with Steve? Or was that after the shift? Where am I going? Oh. Why do you park? Christ, it's like playing Operation. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it'll say what block of the map you're on. If you look at the top where it says map C2, D2. Is someone gonna crash into me if I just wait here? No. What am I doing? Under the bridge? The stop signal there, that's cute. Come on. There we go. I'm just wondering. Dispatch squawks 8332. Okay, hold on. 8332. Respond to a... Let me consult the manual. 8332. 80... Wait, hold on. Oh, that's my call. That's me. That's my call number. 8332, 8332. Respond to 1183. Traffic collision, no details. That's what the radio codes show. The southwest corner of Fig and 4th. Okay. So if we look here, let me see if I can change this, because the map is in here somewhere. I know it's tiny. There it is. Fig and 4th. Fig and 4th. So Fig is this 3rd street down. See, this isn't broken up into like sections. Corner of Fig and 4th. This is map A2. Wait, hold on. Maybe we can tell just by looking here. Okay, so we're here right now. So Fig and 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be here. Down here. Yeah, should be that street there in the bottom left. We'll see. Okay, so we'll just circle around here. Please don't hit me. Should be right down here. Okay, there it is. Upon your arrival at the scene of the accident, you observe a group of bystanders gawking at a green sedan that attempted to carve its own door into the side of a brick building. Okay. 05. Get out. Okay. Get out of car. Closed door. Look. Being a highly trained observer, you immediately notice a smashed coupe on the sidewalk and a crowd of rubberneckers milling around nearby. The crowd includes one particularly anxious young man. Shouldn't I talk to the guy in the car first? Like, look at car. This man slumped over the steering wheel. Talk to man in the car. There's no one nearby. Talk to man. This guy won't be doing anything. Is he dead? You take a deep breath, look in the car, and see a male slumped motionless over the steering wheel. Closer look reveals a bloody injury to the left side of his head, and a gaping hole in his lower right jaw. Dispatch. Control D. You have nothing to report. Investigate. Oh, no. Oh, can I open this trunk? Open trunk. It's a job for the coroner to open a trunk. Talk to man. The little old lady in the crowd cries out, "Officer, do something. That man's hurt bad. Help him. He's dead." I can't hear you. Where's the anxious man? The one in the back? Talk to anxious man. Oh, come on. You told me what an anxious is. I don't think I'm spelling it wrong. Help man. No pulse, no breathing, no vital signs. There's a bullet hole in the driver's window. This is not your normal, everyday traffic accident. In your opinion, this man was murdered. Look in car. This man's beyond help. Open trunk. Open door. Your arms are not that long. But can I open this side? Door's jammed. Can I just like yank his dead body out? Move, man. Talk to man. An excited young man approaches you. "Officer," he says, "I saw what happened. I saw everything. I was buying a paper at the newsstand across the street when I heard the scream of tires," he tells you. "I looked down the street, and here comes this car, and making a note. Light blue, late model. It's always Cadillac. Racing down the street side by side. When they got closer, I heard a bang. I thought one of them had a blowout. But right after that, this car here lost control and crashed. The light blue caddy just kept on jamming," he finishes breathlessly. Can I keep talking? "All I know is," says the witness, "I think I saw part of his license plate. L964. Okay. And that doesn't match up with the license plate we heard about during the briefing. Anything else? Now can I call dispatch? I bet I forgot something. Oh, what about take notes? Is this just like my personal notes? Exit. I got a point for that? I wonder if you just have to take any kind of note. Well, let me save. Sierra. Now can I call dispatch? You use your radio to advise dispatch of the apparent homicide. The car radio crackles a response. 10-4, 8382. We copy 187 PC homicide. Be advised, one homicide unit is en route. And the coroner's office has been notified. Continue investigation. You notify dispatch of the vehicle information. 10-4, 8382. We copy 187 PC homicide. Continue investigation. You notify dispatch of the vehicle information. You notify dispatch of the vehicle information. Dispatch, this is 8382. Be advised, description of the suspect vehicle is a late model light blue Cadillac. 10-4, 8382. We copy light blue Cadillac, partial license L964. Do I wait? I imagine I wait. Like, it wouldn't just take off while this thing's here. Look at bullet hole. Broken glass of the driver's window has a strange pattern for a car wreck. It's a bullet hole. Okay. So old, what's his name? Oh, homicide detective Oscar Hamilton arrives with Sergeant Dooley. Dooley tells you Bond's Detective Hamilton will handle the investigation from here. Hit the streets and try to find the rat responsible, says Sergeant Dooley. I'll introduce the witness to Hamilton. Okay, got big points. Can I just talk to him anyway? Can't hear you from here. We're kissing. Dooley reminds you, okay, Sonny, move it out. That's an order. Okay. Ah. Boop, 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 boop. I wonder if I don't close the door, if I just fall out and die while I'm driving. What if I like put on seatbelt? Oh, what? I think I remember this. Look in glove box. Because they didn't have them back then. Yeah, right. Drive. Alright, well, I think you just drive around till you... Oh, almost ran a stoplight there. Yeah, I think you just drive around until you get a call, right? Boop, 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 boop. That guy almost hit me. Am I even on the right side of the road? I think I'm just driving down the middle. I should crack out the VGA patrol music. It's about as fun as driving with the radio off. Kind of funny just how 3 little blocks is what they use for the patrol car. 3 little police lights on the top. Boop. Oh, here we go. Steve Radio's 8382. That's me. This is 8381. Must be Steve. Time for 1198 at Caffeine Castle. Now, I wish that map told me where the hell this place was. Yeah, because we're in some kind of residential area. I almost hit the curb there. Boop, boop, boop. Is it this? God, is this a curb? Oh, I don't... God, let me save. That's so bad. Yep. You may only ignore intersection controls when operating a patrol car in Code 3 status, and even then only using due caution. No running those red lights. That is the fastest yellow light. Can't turn right on a red. Okay. I went straight through that other car. Now is this can I just like get out? What about look? Oh, this is the lit. Is it? This is the police department? I don't think I have to actually pull into the parking lot anywhere. Like, look. I know, I'm trying. Where is it? You patrol the streets near Carol's Caffeine Castle and the famous Wino Willie's beer joint. Get out. Well, where is it? Is it this on the other side of the... Ah! Well, where is it? Is it... I was parked, man. That guy crashed into me. Alright. Alright. Okay. See, I thought what was to the left of me now was a police station. Boop, 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 boop. I know. Where's my... No, not get out. Look. It's here, right? Patrol the streets near Carol's Caffeine Castle. Oh, shit. There it was. I knew because there was another patrol car there. Almost there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Give me some of that. Boop, 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 boop. Give me them points. Come on. Cannot wait till we're done with patrol time. Here it is. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Get out. Jesus. Saving. Open door. Oh, wait. I won't be fooled. Oh, fine. Do I lock door? I guess not. Is that my man? Hey, Sonny. It's good to see you. Do it again. Boy, this weather's been great. What? Talk to Steve. Yep. Oh. Talk about homicide. I'm not close enough? Steve tells you, man, that murder makes a guy wonder what's going on around this town. Do I just sit here? Or do I order coffee? Steve looks like he's on a caffeine high. Get coffee. You don't need it. Ooh. Steve says, boy, you earned your coffee after that mess. Carol sets your coffee down and says, here you go, big boy. 1 caffeine IV. Thanks. You're welcome. That's nice. Steve tells you, man, that... Oh, come on. Ooh. Get up. Don't bother to get up. Carol answers her own telephone. Carol yells at you from across the room. Officer Bonds, there's a Detective Hamilton on the phone for you. Alright. Pick up phone. Talk to the phone. You take the phone in here. Bonds, this is Detective Hamilton. We identified the 187 victim in the car as Lonnie West, a local small-time drug dealer. Believe it or not, he's the second small-timer to get his ticket punched in the last 2 weeks. I just wanted you to know about the West, since you worked the scene. Gotta run. Got another call waiting. Don't spend the whole day drinking coffee. Did I get some points? Bye. Click. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Is Sierra gonna be like, well, you spent too much time drinking coffee? Talk to Steve. Steve. Oh, come on. Sit down. Drink coffee. You slam back the entire mug of Jamaican Java. Your eyeballs roll back in your head. Am I dead? Oh man. Ugh, I got scared there. Yeah, am I just like chilling back with Steve? Because if I say talk, what if I say like Lonnie West? What's a Lonnie? Steve says, well, guess it's time to get back in the business of crime fighting. Okay, so it's just some time-based thing. Bye. Wait. I don't know what I skipped. I think he just repeated himself. Do I go into Wino Willie's? Is this a dartboard? This is the worst dive in town. Everything that crawls lives here. What'll it be? Talk! Hello. Wait, how you doing, Sonny? What can I get you? No drinking on the job. If you change your mind, just holler. I could smell a game over if you took a beer or something. Alright, here we go. More farting around. Boop, bada boop, boop. I imagine I'm just supposed to be out on patrol, like before, until someone radios me again. I don't know if it is time-based. I should be able to just do nothing. Oh, Jesus. But I'm not sure if it's like you cruise your beat just aching to write a ticket. Oh, what about that guy up there? Oh, they're on the highway, right? I'm cruising my beat. I need to look for someone going fast. I wonder if I just hang out if I can see someone going too fast. In one of these? Did you I did see that red sports car run the red light. Oh god, this is hold on. Slow speed because hold on. F1. Let's see, code 2. F10. Drive car fastest speed. Jesus. Yeah, I love how it turns into clown music at the end of that. How very fitting. I don't know how I... Because here's where it was, right? Oh. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Thought so. It's probably going to be the same vehicle, right? Yeah. What? Time for 1198 at Caffeine Castle? I didn't save after that? Really? Man. Wait, no. Do it again. Get out. Alright. Could have sworn I saved. That's fine. Talk to Steve. Keep talking. Alright, we'll make sure to save after we take off. That's probably why. When I was reloading, I wouldn't get that red car speeding past the red light. It's probably triggered by going into here first. Come on, give me that coffee. Slamming back that entire mug of Jamaican Java. Dude. Want that pie in the background. Okay, get up. Talk to phone. Bye. Do I just sit again? Because I don't think I got any more score for just hanging out. Just awkward silence with my partner, Steve. Yep. Just looking longingly into each other's eyes. I think it was time-based, right? So we'll just sit back and enjoy that wonderful atmosphere. Ah, they tried so hard to make it say today on that board on the left. Tadap. Do I just drink more coffee? You don't have any coffee. Bye. Well, I guess it's time to head back to the business of crime fighting. And he said something else, I remember, but I skipped through it because I hit enter too quick. Bye. Oh, he just repeats himself. We don't need to stop in Wino Willie's. Okay. Drive. Now it was B3. Wait, maybe, well, close one. Damn it. Ran the red light. I actually want to just go my normalish route, which was over here, so I'm not in the way of the car when it's running past the red. And I don't even know if it's tied to map B3. Map B3. It might be just anywhere. Or maybe I just have to come here from a certain direction. Before I came from the south. Yeah, maybe it doesn't matter. Boop, bada boo boop. But yeah, as soon as you cruise your beat, aching to write a ticket. I wonder if you just cruise around till that happens. There you go. Red sports car ran the red light. That's why you have to slow. You have to slow. It is so stupid. Why they introduced this this whole crash thing in there. Like, I get it if you're like hitting other cars, but hitting the curb? Come on now. Because when you hit F10, it puts your car at, God, I don't know, triple the speed? Am I aching to write a ticket yet? Yeah, this must be time-based. The part where he mentions that I'm aching. Aching to write a ticket. So I'm gonna change it down to slow. Save. Wait, what? How do I change the speed again? You just have to change it like that? Probably have to go to a different screen, right? Yeah. I did see him. Stop, asshole. How do I pull him over? Do I, like, hit him? What? How do I pull this guy over? Because when I was... Like, there he is, right? I'm just gonna T-bone him. Oh, God, He should come in as soon as that thing turns red, right? Or is it different? There we go. Red sports car. Pull over. Took her out. Cause I think that's Helen Hots, if I remember right, from the VGA remake. How do I pull somebody over? Yeah, when it came to the crash, the car that was crashed before, I just went next to it. Let me see. Let me just do a quick little peek through the manual. It should tell me how to pull over somebody. Routine traffic stop here on page 10. It says stop the violator as quickly as possible. Oh, do I... Stop the... How? Like, what does it want me to do? Here this person comes. I observed the violation. I'm in the process of exploding. Since you're dead, all you can do is restore, save game, or start over. Need to wait until when I come in. Oh, there it is. What? Jeez. Why didn't it happen before when I was coming up behind the person? You activate your red emergency lights and observe the sports car pull to the curb and stop. Tell you what else I'm observing. Some game saves. On your radio, 8382, run vehicle check on license. Oh my MG? What are you trying to say? You key your radio. 8332, suspect license. Oh my man. Your radio crackles, currently registered, no wants. Get out. Open door. Get out. Closed door. Hold on, I wanna go back to the manual. What's it say here? Radio to all transmissions as required. Blah blah blah. And it doesn't say anything. It just says routine traffic stop. When a violation's been witnessed, stop the violator as quickly as possible to minimize the hazard of high-speed driving and needless accidents. We've done that. Let me look through here. Tells me to check my hygiene here in the manual. It's important. Is it just like, am I on my own? Because I'm just scrolling through here. Scrolling through the old manual. This is just basics. Oh, here's where it says that vehicle safety inspection. I guess this is one where you've really got to pay attention to the manual before playing the game. But yeah, see here, routine traffic stop. It doesn't say anything. Detect odor. Well, detects odor. She looks deep into your eyes and says, "What may I do for you, officer?" Did she say that after I was smelling her? Ask for a license? I don't know. I'm just guessing. Wait. Why did you run red light? Give me your license. Look. Well, just what every poor little rich girl needs. A little red sports car. Talk to lady. You should look at her before you talk to her. Look at lady. Oh, mama. It must be hell and hot. As you look into the car, you wonder, can this be happening? The young lady has a smile that could melt the polar ice caps. Beautiful flashing eyes, gorgeous hair, and her unbuttoned blouse make it obvious she has nothing to hide. And look at that salmon-colored skin. Wait, in a soft, seductive voice, she murmurs, "Why, officer, I'm just sure I didn't do anything wrong." Ask for a license. Hell and hot. Oh, she's getting pissed. Being the veteran you are, you overcome temptation and stare at the young lady straight in the eyes. May I please see your driver's license, ma'am? Yeah, hell and hot. 5'2", 105 pounds. Black hair, blue eyes. Born in 66. 202 Gyrate Court. Restrictions none. She's hopping mad. She yells, "Oh, you cops are all alike. All you care about is making your quotas. Well, come on, snap it up. I'm in a hurry, Mr. Big Shot Traffic Cop." Guys like you make me want a big dip of snuff. You never give a decent girl a break. You just hassle people. Smell breath. You been drinking? Nice try, but unfortunately, unnecessary and a traffic violation. Right ticket? Politely, you tell her, you ran a red light back there, miss. I'm truly sorry, sir. I honestly did not see that red light. Is there anything I can do to convince you to let me off? And I do mean anything. Yeah, like I'd be up in there smelling that. But maybe it's because she wasn't. Maybe it's just because it was just like running a red light. I don't know. Like maybe if it was just straight up speeding, running a red light. I don't know. Like maybe it weren't paying attention because you're drunk. What do I do? Did I already write the ticket? Check pupils. Get eyes. I don't need them. I don't think I'll bet it says, what's pupils? As your eyes meet, you're momentarily stunned. What a face. What a pair of eyes. What a pair of headlights. Acquire headlights. What do we... Did I already write ticket? Like, do I just say buy? Give her another one. Okay, so I guess I was just talking about it the first time. You carefully fill in all the necessary information on the citation. Wait. Oh, do I give ticket? She hasn't signed it. Ask her to sign the ticket. First here we go. Eh? Eh? I guess I gave it back. Oh, come on, man. Come on. How do I ask her? You hand her the ticket book and your pen. Please sign at the X, ma'am. You politely instruct her. She hands your ticket book back and suggests with a sarcastic smile, why don't you shove that pen where the sun don't shine, officer? Mommy and Daddy? Really? What? Whatever. She's being weird. Give ticket. She verbally pounds you again. Officer, did your mother have any children that lived? What does that mean? Wait, where am I going? Save. Just doing my duty, ma'am. Ah. Enraged, the young woman shrieks as you drive off. Your mama wears army boots, you shad. Or asshead. Yeah, because it's just got the 3. Whatever. Isn't that everyone's dream? Get pulled over for a ticket and then see See the cop crash immediately. I hate you, Sierra. Okay. I don't think I can just get in, right? You plan to crawl through the window. Hey, Grit. Yeah, I need a ton of luck. Ton of luck. You know, I was thinking about doing the VJ remake, but I had played that before. Haven't played the original here, and I suck so bad at text parsers. So I thought, you know what? Why not? Yeah, like any Sierra text parser is peak Sierra bullshit. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. I bet there's going to be another one. Right, because I remember from the remake, there is a drunk guy that we pull over and we arrest him and take him to jail. Unless that was just new for the remake. Here we go. So if it's like before, we just kind of fart around here until we get something on some kind of message popping up saying, sure would be nice to write another ticket. Yeah. What? Respond to a complaint at Carol's Caffeine Castle. Oh man, Ace Ventura. Caffeine Castle, where is it? Where is it? Over here. Nope. I think it's down here. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. God, I am... Well, I guess I could just look, right? City Park. Commercialize center. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Is it here? No. Complaint. Oh god. Come on, come on. There it is. Oh, I gotta save that one. Can't fool me, Ken Williams. Get out. There we go. Okay. Now I'm saving that same one again. Carol's Caffeine. Look. Parked in front of Carol's are 4 bad news motorcycles. What's the problem? Talk to Corolla. There. Carol's obviously upset as she blurts it in a loud tone of voice. Oh, Sonny, those drunken bikers in the bar next door taking up all the parking places in front of my cafe. They just have no consideration for others. Where are my customers going to park? Would you ask them to move their motorcycles, please? Biker coffee shop. Great, another chapter in your life of big-time crime stopping, parking space hogging. It's not even a problem. Like it doesn't say like Carol's Caffeine parking there. I'm just gonna harass these guys. if I were this guy, I would just drive off. Say like, yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll talk to him. And just drive off. I want to be harassing these nice young men. As he heads for the back room, the bartender mumbles under his breath, "Here comes trouble." Now what's the problem? The leader of this bunch comes over to you and says, "Well, well, if it ain't the tidy bowl man." What the... what... Let's see... Seven characters? Trying to imagine what they would be saying. What the shit do you want, pig? Who is this guy? It reminds me of somebody. This ain't the kind of place for do-gooders, chump. Talk to man. The animal in the black leather jacket says, "We don't talk to no pigs. Ask to move motorcycles." What's really creepy is anyone who doesn't have the black colored eyes, like this guy here, red eyes, on the left, and the lady with the solid blue eyes. Come on. Do I just talk again? Talk to man. You don't talk to lady. Talk to lady. Hello. She's nice. Talk to man. What's this? Is this supposed to be beer? Take beer. You don't need it. Are you gonna shoot me if I stand in front of this dart? Oh no! Sierra! I thought so. Bullseye. You've been nailed by a 4-gram dart tossed by a 250-pound biker. Good job. Next time, watch where you're walking. Boop, 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 boop. Did I already talk to Carol? You just imagine them cackling. Like, what could we do to get them to call the helpline? Do you think I should do like the old Pee Wee Herman thing? Knock over all the bikes? Oh, it happens. You don't even have to do anything. You just walk into it. Well, didn't get points for it. Just push the bikes over and drive off. Oh man, you wouldn't believe what Carol did to your bikes. Okay, it says the same stuff. What do you want, pig? I don't know if it'll let me do that. Yeah, maybe I can just dance with this guy's lady. Dance with a lady. What's a dance? Talk to lady, because she's the only nice one. Doesn't talk to... Do I like punch the man? Like 1987 cop style? Punch man. What for, man? We ain't done nothing wrong. Talk about motorcycle? No, I spelled it wrong. Where am I? I didn't realize I was talking to a wall. What? The lady wasn't saying hello after all. It was just me. Lose something, son? God, what do I say? He doesn't want to talk. Hello. Do I like talk about Carol? Parking spot. Talk about parking. Oh. Punch Dart Man. Where'd the bartender go? What about this guy? Is this guy with the headband on over here? What do I... Let me consult the manual for useful words. I can't wait till the game makes me play poker. There's a section in the manual just for that. Talks about the personal hygiene. Should I use deadly force? Refrain from abusive language or threats. No, I'm looking for... There we go. Caught speechless. Answer, chug, hit. I don't hit him, do I? Smell man. Eat man. I thought in the original, like... Or not the original, this is the original. I thought in the VGA remake, in the similar situation, you like punch the guy. Which is strange. Eat man. Once you tasted it, you wouldn't want it. Yeah. I already said, like, move bicycles. Order to move bicycles? Or motorcycle. Motor. Lose something, son. Look around again. Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and take a stab. Otherwise I'll have to just like use UHS or something anyway. Do I? Buy man a drink? Well, maybe it's... Oh. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, so I can... Better than the time I muted myself for half an hour. So it doesn't look like I can buy him a drink. Like, I wonder if it is, like, hit man. Just keep hitting him. Alright. Get some of that universal hint system rolling. Oh, I'm not... Okay. What am I doing here? Carol's mad about something. Ask her. Yeah, I know. She wants the bikers to move the bikes. Mm-hmm. Talk to them. Tried. It says, when they attack, use your nightstick? What do you mean, when they attack? Do I just leave? Do I try to leave? Head on back. Tell to move bike. Order to move bike. Attack. You can't use your gun here with all these presumably innocent people around. If only you had your PR-24. My what now? In the EGA version, it's in your car. In the VGA version, it's in your locker. Get nightstick? What? Oh, what about open trunk? Is there anything in truck? No. Open trunk. Open trunk. Door. Get nightstick. Get in. Get nightstick. Oh. Okay. I feel like we're about to do one of those situations that gets these bikers $1 million. Like, they're not doing anything illegal. And I'm just gonna go in there and start whacking on them with the nightstick. Use nightstick on man. Oh no. Really? What if it's just plain old use nightstick? Don't talk no pigs. Keep talking. We don't talk to no pigs. What do you mean? Punch man. Try it again. Move man. Hit man. Ask man. Order man. Oh, what does it say again in the open man? It's not arrest man, is it? Like, he doesn't do anything. Arrest man. All they've done is hog Carol's parking. No, we're not talking about. If I just say parking, it doesn't do anything. Oh, God, gee. How do you plan to make us move our motorcycles, wimp? Say goodnight, pig. We're gonna kick the shooby-dooby out of here. Okay. Let me check out the instructions, because it tells me how to use this nightstick. Alright. Somewhere in this big old manual. Da-da-da. Where is it? Come on, nightstick. Hand-to-hand combat. But it's not giving me any... Or do I just say use? Use nightstick. We'll try that. Kick the stuffing? I guess that makes sense, but... Hey, Alexa. How is it going? Get 'em. You remove your PR-24, take a defensive stance. The head biker quickly backs down, saying, "Excuse us, sir. If you're going to be rough with us, we'll just leave quietly." Is he gonna be mad that I knocked over all the motorcycles? Just watch, he'll get mad and shoot me or something, finding out that I knocked them all over. Come on, guys. Let's blow this joint. Oh, the ladies... The local working girl seated at the bar seems to know you. She hops from the stool and shouts, "Sonny Bonds, is that you? My hero. Boy, am I glad you showed up. Those guys had some pretty strange ideas." That music. What's cooking, good looking? Ask your old friend, Sweet Cheeks Marie. It's been too long, Sonny. I haven't seen you around lately. I just know you want something. What do you mean? I feel like I need to save. Well, at least save stops the music. Should I just keep talking? What do you mean? Ask Marie out. It's just like, does talk to Marie instead of talk to lady? Is that any different? Hello. Why, game? You didn't have music for, like, up till now. Kiss Marie. Sweet Cheeks' eyes brighten. Oh, Sonny, you know I just love that. But I'm meeting someone in a few minutes. Who are you meeting? Did I just leave? Ask about Marie. Bye. So long, sweetie, says Sweet Cheeks Marie. Come see me sometime when we can... Come see me sometime when we can spend more time, darling. Well, at least those bikers weren't mad about the bikes. I should have blamed it on Carol. Talk to Carol. What are you doing back here again, Sonny? I solved your problem. A thanks would be nice. Ask about pie. What's a pie? Oh, do I have to, like, call dispatch? You key your radio dispatch. Complaint resolved. Okay, do I take notes too? Beat up bikers. Exit. Okay. Now I think... well, we'll see. Is this the end of my day? You just gotta drive around till some more crap pops up. Alright. Oh. I'm telling you, it's just like playing that operation game. You touch the curb with your car and you're dead. Also, if you run a red light, you're dead. Touch another car, you're dead. No right turns on a red light, or you're dead. Oh, oh, ah, ooh. Okay. Yeah, the driving is... I know that was my least favorite about the VGA remake. It was so painful. This is alright, I guess, because you can just stop your car. I don't remember being able to stop your car like this in the remake. What's this place? Is that jail? Come on. Am I... What? That's not even fair. Okay. And still kind of confused on what triggers the next thing I need to do. Because before it was basically just drive around, you'll get a radio call, and then it's on to the next thing. Not sure if it's actually a timer, or if it's go to a certain number of different maps. So you can see at the top it's like map A1, B1. Okay. Okay, so this must be the drunk guy, so we are going to slow it down. I don't even know which one he's talking about. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Who's drunk? It's not the blue guy, is it? Ah, I've had one too many. I hate that so much. Just out. Well, that's probably one thing nice about the remake, is I don't think you can crash into curbs. I also didn't know which car I was supposed to be going after. So just keep going. Huh? Life seems good so far. Turn around. Ah. Ah. We'll get there. Before it was easier to catch the first traffic stop because it said something on the screen like, "Ooh, I'm itching to write a ticket." And so I could save right before something happened. Deathless playthrough. I guess if you follow the walkthrough, but I game overed by just walking out of the police station. And I had like a score of 0. I also game over like right when we left, and I didn't check my car tires. Observe an erratically driven vehicle. Which one? Because I am not noticing one thing. Step 1. Wait. I thought you said in the manual I had like 50 saves. Whatever. Step 2. Enable joystick. Yeah, right. Slow. Who is looking erratic? 'Cause they look fine to me. What, yeah. Oh, wait, it is the pink one. I saw him doing weird stuff. Jesus. Okay. 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 We got this. We got this. We got this. Okay. 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 Slow. Wait. There he is. Come on. Come on, baby. Get out. Dispatch. You radio dispatch. Run check on personalized license plate. Programmer 1. It appears to be currently registered. Dispatch returns with Programmer 1 is clear with valid local registration in the name of Art Sarabian. Record check shows 2 prior DUI convictions. Okay. Get out. Nope. Wait, no. So weird. Open door. Get out. Close door. Save game. So many saves. Oh yeah, and bump the speed back up to fast. You cautiously approach the vehicle and observe one male seated behind the wheel. Rolling down his window appears to be quite a challenge to him. Look at man. You look into the glassy, watery eyes of a middle-aged man. He's certainly feeling no pain. Do it again. Look, man. Smell, man. You take a whiff and detect the strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. Tell a man to get out. Or do I ask for his license? What's it tell? Ask for license. The man fumbles with his wallet. My license? Yeah, that's right. Here it is. Art Sarabian. Uh-huh. born in 47. Restrictions, programmer. Since the information on the driver's license matches the subject, you return his license to him. Field sobriety. Sobriety test. Tell man to get out. Order man? Open door. Proper police procedure indicates the suspect should do that. Order to open door? Just talk to man. You hear a voice that sounds like Tiny Tim singing through a mouthful of crackers. I didn't do nothing wrong, officer. Get out. The gentleman responds to your request. Yes, sir. Wait, do I field sobriety test? Wait, he's approaching. Halt. Halt. What's he doing? He's like doing the slow moonwalk to impress me. Mm, um, touch your nose. What's a touch? Search man? Pat down the gentleman, find no weapons. Do I do another dispatch? You radio dispatch. That's fine. Same stuff. How do I order a field sobriety test? Like, or do I inspect man? Inspect man. Ask if he's drunk. Are you drunk? Man is drunk. So the sobriety test is in the manual. It discusses it. Is this a felony arrest? Oh, here it is. Intoxicated driver procedures. Detect possible intoxication. Yes. After stopping the suspect, determine his condition by detecting the odor, which we did. Administer FST. Minister FST. You correctly administer the field sobriety test and are amused as your suspect gives his best imitation of a young swan attempting its first takeoff. Got some points. Boop, 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 boop. Handcuff man. The drunk begs you, could you cuff me in front, please? I'm not feeling show goods. No. Not wanting to take a chance, you explain, I'm sorry, sir, but departmental policy dictates all custody arrests shall be restrained by proper handcuffing procedure. That means behind your back. You place your subject under arrest for violation of the Lytton City Vehicle Code, BC 23502, driving while under the influence. Read rights. Carefully you admonish your suspect of his Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. What you say may be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. I didn't get points for that? Take note. Take notes. Man is drunk. Exit. Hold on. Let me look back. There's arrest procedures. Let's see. I guess what I'm doing is, let's see, physical arrest procedures, handcuff and search suspect. Read suspect his rights. All suspects in your custody must be handcuffed. Male suspects must be cuffed behind the back. Women in the front at your discretion, which doesn't make sense to me. I think we're good to take this guy to jail. Put man in car. Reluctantly, he says, okay, where are we going? So as not to excite him, you say, well, we're just going to take a little ride to see some friends of yours. It's okay, buddy. Come on. Open door. Wait, this one. Front door. Put man in car. What do you mean? Get in the car. What are you doing? Just leave him there handcuffed and drive off. Just talk to man. Talk to man. Like open rear door. There we go. Close rear door. Ah, we did it. Excited. Drive. Oh wait, maybe I should dispatch. You radio dispatch. I guess not. I guess we just go to jail. It kind of says where we are if we type in look. What about my car? Don't worry, it'll be towed somewhere safe at your expense. Oh. Yeah, whatever. How does that look on your record? Okay. Oh. Residential area. Mm-hmm. Okay. Come on. Give me that green light. Where? Wait, hold on. Not sure exactly where the jail is, but I know it's not the police department. It's a separate building. Be super careful with the driving. Okay, the city jail, I'm assuming, is this red building here. Also assuming I will die. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh wait, I didn't. I think that green is probably gonna turn when I try. Ooh, very close to the curb, too close. Get out. Get out. See if you can walk up those stairs without falling down. You ordered the drunk. Hey, what you mean, officer? I walk like this even when I'm sober. Watch your step, Art. We don't want you falling down those stairs. Hick, says Art. Now, I remember this. You have to put your gun in here, right? You must open the gun locker. Okay. Place your revolver in the locker. Close locker. What is this, like an intercom? Open door? Only the jailer can open and close the door. I think that's a button. Push the buzzer. The jailer releases the electronic lock. Follow me, you order your prisoner. The jailer greets you with a friendly, "Well, well, old Bonds is loose again." The jailer says, "What can I do for you, hot pencil?" Talk. Yeah. Um, give man to jail. Put man in jail. What are you charging him with? The jailer asks. Drunk driving. You remove and inventory the prisoner's personal property, then hand it to the jailer with the booking slip. The jailer takes the prisoner's property, then says, "Okay, Monty, remove this gentleman's cuffs and place him behind door number 1. You remove the cuffs and place them in your handcuff case. Whew, boy, that feels good, says the drunk. Those cuffs were so tight, I thought my hands had fallen off. If he throws up on the floor, the jailer laughs. You're gonna clean it up, Bonds. Gee, thanks a lot, officer, says the drunk. I'm so happy. I could just... Shit. Oh, who's this guy? From behind the bars, you're verbally assaulted. That's all you sidewalk lizards do. Pick on us poor little folks. If you want to pick on something, try running your finger up your nose, talk to about the second knuckle. Captain Crimebuster. These sound like insults out of the 1970s. Ooh, who's that lady? Laura enters the jail and says, "Hey, Sonny, I need to speak with you for a moment. A position is opened in the narcotics division, and according to Lieutenant Morgan, it'll be filled by a veteran street cop. That's me! If you're interested, submit a memo to Lieutenant Morgan as soon as possible. It'd be a great chance for you to get out of that uniform for a while." Just as Laura leaves, the jailer yells at you. The jailer yells, "Hey, Hot Pencil, come over here." Talk. I just hung up from talking to Dooley, and he's hot. Jailer continues, he wants you back at the office on the double. Okay. Goodbye. Open locker. Get gun. And close the locker. Boop, bada boo boop. Okay. Now let's see if we can remember where the police station is. Oh, there it is. See if I can navigate. Come on. I hope parking doesn't have to be perfect. Good. Do I have to get the keys? Get keys. Nope. Open door. Get out. Close door. Oh, man. Okay. Well, at least it tells me I gotta put the nightstick back in the car. Instead of waiting a couple hours and saying, "Hey, man, you didn't put that stick back in the car. It's game over." There we go. The memo. Like fill out memo? Use memo. Get memo. Who's in here? Right, wasn't it my sergeant? Or lieutenant. Lieutenant Morgan says, Sonny, I'm extremely busy, blah, blah. This is the same thing from the beginning of the game. In here. This is Laura. Shouldn't you be out on patrol? You lost. No. Oh, so if that gremlin keeps messing with me, says Sergeant Dooley, I'm going to notify Internal Affairs to start an investigation. When I find out who the little weasel is, says Sergeant Dooley, you better believe he or she will be walking a footbeat from the river all the way to Joe's junkyard. Do I have to put the radio back? You turn your radio. They're all following me. It's weird. Put key back. Do I have to go in? Like, this is weird. What is this? Oh my god. You can hardly believe your eyes. A full-grown chicken with its legs tied together is flapping about and clucking raucously right on Sergeant Dooley's desk. Feathers fly everywhere, but that's not the worst. Unfortunately, the chicken has lost control of her bodily functions. The mysterious gremlin has struck Sergeant Dooley again. Sonny, if I find out you're that inconsiderate, worthless gremlin, I'll hang you out to dry. So get chicken. Now you don't want to do that. Who'd dirty their clean uniform by picking up a chicken that just relieved herself all over Sergeant Dooley's desk? Okay, bye. Uh-huh. Yeah, you don't see much of that nowadays. Hey, Sonny, you're off duty, aren't you? Some of us are going back to the Blue Room to throw Jack a little surprise party. After you change clothes, why don't you stop by? The Blue Room. Okay. Just follow me around. It's weird. Now, whose office is this? Opening in narcotics? Oh, check my hole. Check hole. You have to call it pigeonhole, I think. What? What do you mean? Pigeonholes? Jack's pigeonhole holds several birthday cards. It just sounds inappropriate. We just call it like cubby hole. Or where's my hole? Steve finally cleaned out his box. Where's mine? Jack's hole. Where's mine? Well, Sonny, an empty pigeonhole is better than one full of subpoenas. Okay. I remember that. Wasn't it the opening was... Where was it? Was it on the... I could have sworn there was something. Like a memo on the wall. Or do I have to just go back here and look at the blackboard? Like actually read it? Board. Ah. So I tried filling out the memo. I wonder if I've just got to change out of my clothes. That guy's still pooping. Say, fool. Back out of here just a shade. Or back out of here just a shade. You getting close enough to dance with. And Lord only knows, I did enough dancing last night. Come on, man. Give me some room before I mop a shine out of those big feet of yours. I was saying before this, I didn't think this was a bench at first. I thought it was like a big old Captain Picard chair. Just the way the brain works, I guess. Or do I get... let's see here. Do I just take a shower? I know. Yeah, sit. Sorry, but your crime stopping just can't wait. Is it bench? Yeah, whatever. I got a feeling Sierra's gonna do something here when I try to take a shower. Ah, there's nothing like a nice hot shower. Congratulations. Most players don't enter a shower while fully clothed. You've just lost a point. That's the only time so far we've lost a point. But, no game over. I'm restoring. Yeah. Yeah, like, you would expect the guy to, like, what do I do? Get naked? What's a naked? Hey, Caesar. Take off clothes. You better unlock your locker first. Where is it now? Down here? Take off clothes. Regulations require a shower before changing. I guess I'm wearing a towel right now. Like, oh, most people don't take a shower wearing a towel. Oh. Look at that sweet towel programming. Puts it up over the little wall there. Alright. Nothing like a nice hot shower. Wash butt. So it's just like wash? The shower is on. Like, turn off shower. Yeah, like, oh, you didn't wash your ass. Lose a point. Well, open. It's weird when you're typing and people interrupt. There we go. Which clothes do I put on? There's two street clothes. Put on street clothes. Okay. Get my key. Grab the key to my vet. That's it. Talk to the poop man. I'm taking time out from any discussions right now, buddy boy. He's been doing that all day. Reach under door. Take pants. Open door. I guess that's all we can do. He's probably in there the whole game. I bet that's Ken Williams. Now, I'm supposed to be filling out some kind of application for my new job, right? Do I go here? Fill application? Look at memo. Use memo? Use meow. Come on. Get memo. Write memo. You write out a request for transfer to the narcotics division. I bet I gotta put in the basket. Put the memo in the basket. Alright, there we go. Points. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Getting my vet. Do some car crashing. Here we go. Now, I have no clue where this blue something is. Where I'm supposed to meet with people for a party. Expecting it to say, though, when we drive near it. It's Wino Willie. Hotel Delphoria. Shit. Oh. It is so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna save when we take off here. I wonder how many people called up the helpline just to complain about the driving. Like, not even to ask for help. Okay. It's a courthouse, city jail. Ooh, close one. Alright, so looking for, I forget the name of it, but it starts with blue something. It's like a club. You want to get on roughly the correct side of the road, so you don't crash your car. Boop, 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 boop. Is this the blue room? Okay. It is somewhere. Wait. Ooh, ah. Get out. Oh, that's where it must be. I think what it is... God, and I'm gonna save. Places you can stop have this kind of a little pull-in area. Close one. Okay, now find a good place to stop. Oh, come on. Huh. There. Wait. Gotta make sure it's not gonna... I could have sworn I remembered something like, oh, you left your keys in the car. Someone took your car. You see your friend Jack seated alone at a table. There's a jukebox against the wall to the left. I thought he was having a party. Use that jukebox. You relax and enjoy the selection. My eyes cross with your touch. Oh, man. Turn it off. Jesus. Thank God. Jack's looking a little... Is that supposed to be his lips or a mustache? The game does a pretty good job at making characters look like insects. Sit down. Jack motions to the chair on his left. His left. Seems like a trap. Jack speaks. Boy, what a depressing day I've had today, Sonny. Jack speaks in a very depressed voice. Oh, Sonny, I just discovered my daughter is doing drugs. It's really screwed me up. I know she's getting them at school, but I just can't finger the punk who's supplying. My life is going to crap. I can't talk to my daughter. She won't listen to me anymore. My drinking has my marriage on the rocks. My wife's ready to leave me. Everything's a mess. This is the worst party. Hey, Keith, how's it going? Good, Sonny, he replies. Oh my God. Jack is totally surprised as everyone sings happy birthday. Oh, whoa. Yep. Hoochie Coochie Hannah, a dancer from the local rent-a-gag business, enters the room, dressed in a grass skirt and balloons. I thought she was naked. I think she is from behind. I don't think she's got a bra on. Look at that booty tied to the cycles. Oh no, now what? You say, it's time to stand up and face the music, Jack. Kiss. Oh boy. I think she's motorboating him. Or the other way around. He's motorboating her. Wow. What is... I bet I've got to get those balloons somehow. In her most seductive voice, Hoochie Coochie Hannah whispers, "Here's a little something so you'll have a happy birthday, Jack, baby." Music ends immediately. Keith says, "Well, Jack, you old codger, what'd you think of a Hoochie Coochie Hannah?" he's like, my life's falling apart. Well, at least that took his mind off his drug-using daughter for a bit. You know, Keith, Jack answers, I think I'll ask Santa to put her under my tree this year. Well, now I can do stuff again. Keith pipes up, "Oh my gosh, Sonny, did you forget? We swapped shifts last week. You're due at the station for swing shift briefing in 15 minutes. I just finished a shift. What are you talking about?" Get cake. Talk to Keith. Get up. Talk to Jack. Wait, hold on. Let me first save, because it's probably one of those stupid time things. Talk to Jack. Hello. Talk about daughter. You better get moving, boy. Whatever. Here we go. I like the advertising for Bud. Now let's see if we can crash our car. Maybe I should save again real quick. Where is the station at? Up here? Come on. Come on, let me go. It's over here? Oh! White car almost hit me. I really should keep a... Where am I? Is it C3? Yes. Doing it, doing it. All right. So, briefing. Briefing. Wait, hold on. Do I have to change back out of my clothes again? Sunny up for promotion. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to just do this regular briefing. I mean, this changed. Maybe I should check my pigeonhole. Come on. Did they move my hole? I can't check my hole again. Or is it look in hole? Stupid. Alright, so it's still empty. It just says Sunny up for promotion. Whew, at least you have enough time to change clothes before briefing. Ugh, is it? Oh. A shower before changing. Just took one. Boy, you can sure tell there's a full moon out. You should see you should see the nut I arrested last night for being under the influence of drugs. This dude was so wired. He was nude breakdancing on loose gravel. His back looked like raw meat. That's gross. Turn on shower. Turn off shower. What? Come on, man. Okay. Gun. What? You don't need... Oh, that's my key. Personal key. Ugh. Fingers are stumbling over themselves. Can you believe that, Morris Fudley? I hid all the soap, and he's still in there showering. I wonder if his wife goes down to the river to bathe. Drug traffic must stop. In his firm voice, Dooley reminds you, being punctual to briefings might keep some of those corrective memos out of your pigeonhole bonds. Find your seat. Sergeant Dooley says, Men, we've received information from the day sergeant concerning a missing persons report filed earlier this morning. Seems that a Mexican male, physical description, 5'8", 145, black hair, brown eyes, by the name of Jose Martinez. Just make a note. Was last seen by his wife 2 days ago, getting into a late model light blue Cadillac. No one has seen or heard from Martinez since. This was the light blue Cadillac was seen pulling up and shooting that one guy who got in the car crash. Jose Martinez. This person has some previous arrests involving narcotic sales, says Dooley, concluding the briefing. Be advised that this black Cadillac, I thought you said light blue, may be one and the same as the one involved in the recent murder of Lonnie West. We have a partial license plate number L64. What do you mean black Cadillac? Did you goof? It's light blue. Dooley then proceeds to give everyone their beat assignments for the day, concluding with yours. Sonny Bonds, your call number will be 8332. Same as before. Keep it safe out there, boys and girls. Or do I talk to Keith? Oh wait, what if you should buy a new watch, Sonny. You might show up on time for once. Shut up. Late for court, Sonny. Catch you later. Look in that pigeonhole. You check your pigeonhole and find a sealed envelope. Ripping it open, you read a message from an unknown informant advising you of illegal high-stakes gambling in the back room of the Hotel Delforia cocktail lounge. You vow to remember the information and discard the envelope and the message. Points? Boop, 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 boop. Okay, get that radio. What happens if I go in here? Is that chicken still in there? Nope. What? Oh, I was gonna talk, but whatever, man. It's briefing. I don't need to use the computer. What's here on the wall? Bulletin board. Yeah, what happens if I type in like Lonnie West? Oh, the black Cadillac. So the blue Cadillac was the one that pulled up. I'm just looking at my old note here. The black Cadillac was the missing one. That was mentioned at the start of the game in the briefing. Anybody in here? You gonna tell me to leave? I guess I should be out on patrol. Yeah. Boop, bada boo doo boop. Gotta inspect. Safety inspection. Look at car. What did I do? Safety? Look down. An unmarked car. Shiny clean Corvette. But I wonder if I've got to inspect the car again. That's what I'm thinking. Think I should wing it. Of course. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Safety check. There we go. It's safety check. Maybe I just got to do both sides. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll bet during this day we're gonna find at least one of these vehicles. Either the light blue Cadillac or the black one. You just gotta drive around for a bit, I guess. Actually, let me do a little save-a-rooney here. All right. Because I don't think we... Dispatch relays 8332. Be advised, possible stolen vehicle reported in your vicinity. You better tell me what color it is, because they can't have a solid black car there. It would probably be one of these gray cars. If it's the black Cadillac. If it's the light blue, it'll probably use that teal color. So it's probably one of these two vehicles here up in the upper right. Okay, it's the light blue. Last seen near Jefferson High. God, is that on the map? Does it actually say? Actually, let me look, because in the manual, I think it gives the Lytton map. No. And there's this other Police Quest manual that's like 110 pages long. That gives all sorts of I don't know. We'll see. Approach with caution. Well, so it's a light blue one. Is it that one that's right in front of me? Every time. Every time. All right. Is it that one? Got him. Hold on. So first, slow. Then look. Because it should say Jefferson. Actually, you know what? We can at least see what street Jefferson is on. Jefferson, so the vertical streets are all numbered. Horizontal streets are named. So it's palm, oak, fig, peach, rose, lily, poppy. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Oh, the only thing that actually has a name on it in the manual is the police station. Is that it? Nope. Where would it be? Oh yeah, I love this. I know. Oh wait, did I skip it over? It better be still near Jefferson. Oh yeah, I can go straight through red lights. Del 4. You know, this thing on the left does look like a school. I guess it's a hotel though. You know what's weird? I didn't crash when I hit the curb there. Let me see. Let me see. Just do another save. Do I explode? What? Oh, what? So you can crash into curbs sometimes, but not others? Odd. Look. Come on. Where are you? The blue room. Hum 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 hum. It's still near. Still near the high school. Is that the... No. Where are you? Come on, high school. I can't wait till this stops. Come on. I wish they gave me a street name. Oh. Holy shit, this music. Is that not it? It says, okay, well now... Jesus! Or is it supposed to be parked? Is that what they're saying, that the car is parked? Can't get out, right? Not a good place to exit. Come on. Shit! Oh, man. Where are we going? Jesus, take the wheel. Let's see if I can T-bone this guy. Come on. You're Jefferson High. Tell me where it is. Oh, wait. I just found it by accident. I wasn't even paying attention. Noting your persistence and driving skill, the driver of the Cadillac pulls it over. After his attempts to lose you fail. Okay. Wait. Not that. Get dispatch. You nervously key your radio. Dispatch, this is 8332. Request backup code 3. Dispatch responds. Be advised. 8331 is responding code 3 to your location. I thought we were supposed to... Alright, let me see here. Hold on 1 second. Let's go back here and look at the felony traffic stop. You must have a reason to believe a felony has been committed. Call radio dispatch for backup. Maintain radio contact with backup unit. Maintain cover until the suspect is under control. Do I wait? Radio to... It says call radio dispatch for backup unit. Maintain radio contact with backup unit. Wait, Officer Jack Cobb arrives on the scene. That was quick. Cobb radios dispatch. Dispatch, be advised. Hold all radio traffic until code 4 confirmed. Dispatch responds, affirmative. 8332, this is 8331. Sonny, I'll cover you from the passenger side of your patrol car while you make contact with the suspect. 8331, out. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You gotta face this guy. Open door. Get out. Closed door. Your partner just punched that punk's ticket. Well, but a little too late for you, pal. Remember, proper procedure promotes police preservation. Okay. Get dispatch. And we'll wait. Okay. We'll do one more since I just imagine this is going to be more death. Get gun. Use gun. Click. Dry firing an empty gun is good practice for proper grip. Did I not get the speed loader? What? Just bluffing with my unloaded firearm. Police! Tell police. Tell I am police. Look at man. You better handcuff him first. Approach man. Or do I have to... Blasted. Get ammo. Load gun. Oh. Look at gun. Your departmental issue. Double action 357. Service revolver is made of fine blue steel and equipped with wooden grips. It can be a cop's best friend. Your handcuffs are stored in a pouch on the gun belt. Inventory. I don't have any ammo, right? Thanks. Thanks, game. Aim and gun. Halt. Tell man to get out. Order man. Talk to man. Shove it, pig. Does it get out? Be careful, this dude's dangerous. Halt. Police. Turn around. Go to handcuff. Handcuff man. Oh boy. What is that gunfire noise? Beep beep. Proper procedure promotes police preservation. Before proceeding, okay, maintain radio contact with your backup unit. Identify yourself. Okay. We're just gonna follow the procedures here. Like step by step. Day by day. Okay. Open door. Get out. Aim gun. Get out. Halt. Identify self. Raise hands. The suspect falters for a moment, then slowly raises his hands. He realizes he does not have a chance and follows your order. Like, how do I identify myself as police? Identify myself? Yell police? I am police. Search man. I feel like he's gonna drop it. Your partner just punched that punk's ticket. And mine too. My partner sucks. Okay, halt, raise hands. Tell partner to approach. Approach? The suspect flees fall on foot. Is it just a time thing, I wonder? When he starts blasting? So I'm not doing anything right now. Do I do like another dispatch? Tell man to walk. Talk to man. Keep your hands raised. Talk man. Identify yourself as police officer. I am police. Shoot. Click. Yeah. Load firearm. So bad. I hope it's not going to make me go back to the station. What? Bit of a standstill right now. Like if the game is wanting me to shoot him, I can't because I don't have the ammunition. Let me see. Let me just... I'm gonna look at a hint just to see if... if I have to shoot him. Okay, it says the suspect is coming out and shooting me. First, provide a little intimidation. Have your gun drawn. Order him to do certain things. Get out. Draw your gun. Make sure it's loaded while he's walking. Order him to freeze. Need his hands in the air. Lie down on the ground. Okay, I'm lying down. You're not gonna shoot me while you're down there, are you? I've got him covered, Sonny. Go ahead and cuff him. You apprehensively approach the suspect. Attempting to handcuff the suspect while holding your weapon could be hazardous to your health. Put away gun. You feel relief as you close the handcuffs around his wrists. Reed writes. Suspect cuts you off short as he says, I know my rights, you jackass. To be safe, you read his rights to him anyway. Yep. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, search man. Search man. You search the suspect and find only pocket change, plus a loaded Smith & Wesson 45 caliber semi-automatic handgun. The suspect pipes up, honest officer, I only carry that for self-defense on the freeways. Quiet down, you order him. Hey Jack, you yell to your backup. How's about booking this evidence? Okay, Jack replies. Okay, let's... Oh, we're still going slow speed. Let's look in car. The guy may be armed. Like, disarm man. Like, what do you mean? We got his gun, right? You better get him in the car first. Put man in car. Get up. You order the suspect into your patrol car as he submits with a sarcastic, "All right, ass." Oh, we did this last time. Open rear door. There we go. Okay, good job, Sonny, says Jack. I'll call dispatch and put out a code 4. Search car. You look at the floorboard, the seats, and even under the seats. Find nothing. Then you remember the glove compartment. Look in the clothes. Okay. A black notebook, 2 driver's licenses. Open the notebook. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. $2,000. RG. Set up HD gambling. Blackjack. Initiate plan for dealer RO. Dealer RO. Meet JM, Jose Martinez, and LW, Lonnie West. Cindy, $100. What? Oh, there's more. What? There's more stuff. Okay. Ammo. Meet NW boss. 3 o'clock lunch, Robert G. Discipline Pimp 1. Discipline Pimp 2. Terminate LW. Terminate JM. Poker with JB. Evaluation of drug saturation plan. You take notes on a criminal conspiracy? Cash profit total. Phone East Coast. Meet the Gutless Wonder. Plan 3. Phone East Coast. Poker with JB. With Jack Black. Okay. What? No, not that. Close. Close book. You leave the suspect's black book undisturbed to be impounded with the car. What? No. Oh. Okay, so they'll... Or do like take book? I guess I just leave it there. Okay, Marvin Hoffman. Alright. Same guy, just with the old mustache disguise. Marvin Hoffman. And Leroy Pearson. Same guy. Your partner will impound these items into evidence along with the car. Is that it then? Oh, do I not have my notebook? It's like I forgot everything. Oh, it's because what I did was wait, do I have the briefcase? Open briefcase. This guy may be armed. Whatever. Are we done with this? Wait, hold on. About the trunk. Not close enough. Wait, Ooh, what is it? Green drugs. You open the trunk and discover a clear plastic bag containing a white powdery substance resembling cocaine, and another clear plastic bag containing a green leafy substance resembling marijuana. Take drugs. As you start to examine the evidence, you hear Jack's voice behind you. Just leave that stuff in the trunk, Sonny. I'll impound it along with the car. Exit. Close trunk. Okay, see you back in the station. Got some points for that. Drive. Okay. Okay. So, if anything happens to my car, I'll have my lawyer on you so fast he'll... Keep it down back there, slimeball. Jack comes on the radio. Dispatch, this is 8331 confirming code 4 on felony stop. 1 in custody. 8332 proceeding to jail. Request tow truck to location. Dispatch responds affirmative. 8331. Code 4 tow truck en route. Okay. So just need to head on down to the jail. Being careful. No crash. Life's good. Come on, I'm getting close. Come on. Alright. Alright, get out. Get those stairs, dog meat. Alright, 1 second. Cat's whining. Alright. Up those stairs, dog meat. You arms are not that long. The world would be a lot better off without cops like you. Shut up and keep moving, Hoffman. I guess this is your big bust for the day, huh, pig? Seeing you in cuffs gives me a natural high, punk. You're going to find out this was a big waste of your time and mine. Let me close the door. There we go. Alright, heading on in. Same as before. And the jailer greets you with a friendly, "Oh no, here comes more paperwork." "Oh my goodness gracious," says the jailer. "Here stands Bonds again on behalf of the people." "This is one bad dude," says the jailer. "What are you booking him for, Sherlock?" "Drugs." Jailer responds, "Okay, drugs will do. Fill out the booking slip and give me his property." "What's your name?" the jailer asks your prisoner. "The name's, Marvin Hoffman, you scumbag. And that's all you're getting out of me." Deep down you know this sleazebag is not the man he claims he is. You book him as Marvin Hoffman anyway, hoping his numerous felony charges will keep him in the slammer long enough for you to ascertain his true identity. You hand the jailer the booking slip and the suspect's property. "Okay, Bonds," the jailer says. "You can remove his cuffs and place Mr. So-called Marvin Hoffman into cell number 1. You remove the cuffs and place him in your handcuff case. Your penthouse awaits you, Hoffman. Shove it, pig." "You little meter maids can't keep me in here," he shouts. Hoffman yells, "I'll be out of this tank before you can finish your coffee break." Jack says, "Well, I see you got that slimeball pusher booked." The car's tucked away and all the evidence is booked. This is one clean bust, my boy. "I received a call from dispatch on the way over here. Dooley wants to see you in his office when you're done here. Since my shift is over, I'll see you back at the station." "Okay. Oh, do I talk to Hoffman?" "Hello." "Talk to man. You know something, pig? All you're doing is slightly delaying my exit to Selly Rants." So they give away his real name right there? Okay. Maybe I'll write that down. "Well, well," shouts the prisoner, "if it ain't a wimp in cop's clothing." Silly. Oh, do you know Death Angel? How can you do that? I don't know. Leaving. All right. Bueno. Now what was it? Was it C3? Trying to get back to the department here. I think it is C3, which would put it right north of here. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Do I have the nightstick even? Oh, yes I do. There we go. Get out and close that door. And I think we're getting promoted. Come on, promotion. Who was it? Dooley? Sergeant Dooley? Where is that? Is that guy's office here? No. Is it here? Are you Dooley? Hello, Sonny. I have a memo here concerning you. Let me read it to you. Oh, you can see him crying there. As Sergeant Dooley starts to read, his eyes begin to sting and water profusely. Sergeant Dooley races for the bathroom, cursing the gremlin for spraying the memo with mace. Oh, boy. On his way out, Dooley yells, "Read the memo yourself, Sonny, if you can." From the hallway comes uncontrolled laughter as Dooley declares, "When I find who that gremlin is, I swear I'll kill him." Oh wait, is it gonna be like game over if I read? Stupid. 19. You may be smart, but you can't read a memo upside down. Oh god. Get memo. You can't? That thing is dripping with mace? Read memo. Interdepartmental memo from Lieutenant James Morgan, Narcotics. Officer Bond's request for a temporary transfer to the Narcotics Department has been approved. Bonds is to report to my office ASAP in suitable street clothes. We got some points. Well, let's see here. Got ourselves some points. And I think that might do it for me today. Let's go ahead and do a pause right now. I'm not seeing any of the gang online here for raiding. So anyway, as always, thanks for hanging with me. This is it's not as painful as I thought it'd be. It's just regular old Sierra stuff you'd kind of expect with the text parsers. Hopefully I can finish it up tomorrow. I'll see what I can do. And I hope to see y'all then. Bye.